So was it the cap, or was he doesn't fit the system?
Well, I think he said managing the cap also along with the system. If it was a guy that fit the system from a cap standpoint, no problem, we do it. And this is what I said early on to Michael, and I think even to you, Joy, when we had this conversation about whether or not Derrick Henry was a perfect fit, or not even a perfect fit, but just a guy that the Cowboys should have gone after. But I said no. Right. I said no, because it doesn't work. Think about it. Michael knows this, and you do too, to a degree, Joy. The West Coast system, when you think about the running backs in the West Coast system, right? You think about the Green Bay Packers. You think about
Kyle Shanahan.
You just think about any of them. They're not 6'2", 245, 50 pounds. It's just not what they want. They want smaller guys. One-cut guys, hit the ground, boom, and go. They don't want guys picking their way, finding it, and hitting it and scaring the living you-know-what. And I understand that because when I look at it, I'm like, well, if I was the Cowboys, I could get two backs. I can get him, and then I get me a scat back on third downs because he's really a two-down back for the Dallas Cowboys. And in this situation, even in Baltimore, he's a two-down back. He plays the first and second down, but they like to run the ball on first and second down. The Cowboys, they want to throw the ball on first and second down, so he becomes a waste to them. But it's just hard, based on the success that he's having, to look at it, right, and be like, how can you not use that?
Well, Michael, how can you not use that?
You can use that.
You can use it.
You can use it.
You can use it.
He certainly has points on what he's talking about as opposed to running styles, some guys run downhill and some guys are one-cut runners and all of those things, and different offenses that run that. But people don't want to hear that. People don't want to hear that. Like, okay, Derrick Henry didn't fit perfectly. Give me half of what Derrick Henry has right now that still would be better than anything.
They should have signed Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, that's another pickup.
Saquon.
That's another pickup.
Saquon early, but a lot of money. They didn't want to mess with the salary cap.
And that's nothing. Even Jerry said I couldn't fit him under the cap. Then he dropped that word comfortably. Why you drop that word? So you could have fit him under the cap, just not comfortably. Not comfortably. You see what I mean? So you could have squeezed it some kind of way. People, let me tell you something. Here's the real. With Derrick Henry in the backfield, that coverage we see on CeeDee Lamb will change because they have to put more people in the line of scrimmage, which will give CeeDee Lamb a little leeway. I don't need Derrick Henry leading the league in rushing. That would be nice if he was with the Cowboys leading the league. But even if he put up half of what he did with Baltimore right now, it would be great because of the mentality of defenses. They're thinking, we have to stop Derrick Henry, and that'll give my man CeeDee Lamb some leeway and some room to roam.
Yeah, but you mentioned Joy, right, salary cap. If he's making, I don't know, $10 million. If they could have got him,
made him at $5 million. He's $5 million, $6 million on cap right there.
Yeah, but if they could have got him real cash, $4 million or something, they do that deal. They do that. They take a chance on the personnel in that situation.
Not working.
Not working. They take a chance on that.
Not doing what
they would take a chance on that. But they're not going to take a chance paying him that type of money. And I know it sounds crazy because, like Michael said, you talk about uncomfortably. Yeah, we can figure out how to make it work. If you really wanted that player, we can make the money work.
Systems matter, and how you run your offense.
Jerry talked about holding the blockers up, blocking us instead of pushing forward. Like this big fella, you just want to pull forward. You want to come downhill and feel all that weight.
Yeah.
And Jerry said there are more zone blocking schemes.
Oh, I love that zone blocking. It's working out really well for them. They're running the ball excellent.
That's what he was saying. I don't know why.
Clearly the right choices were made because
they should have. When they didn't go after Saquon. Why, I don't know, because I could have figured that out for him, too. They decided not to go at Derrick Henry, but Kareem Hunt was sitting out there. In the West Coast system and the style in which Andy Reid, even though he was in Reid's system before, he's sitting out there, best running back available. They said, we lost Pacheco, go grab him.
It really feels like to me that they just decided they weren't paying for Derrick Henry. And that was that. And there was just no other conversation about it. I mean, it's not like they reached out to him and were like, he's too.
What's it going to take?
They didn't reach out to him. So they never had any interest in Derrick Henry. And Jerry can say that it's because of the system.
Right.
But he also keeps talking about the money.
But I
knew if it was just the system,
why
would you mention the money?
And all he has to say is one time, looking back, we should have reached out. We didn't think we can get him, and just say that.
Another issue I have with it as well.
We're not going anywhere as long as you're doing
But Michael,
you're just not going anywhere as long as you're doing this and saying, well, we thought this, we couldn't fit him. Come on,
but also going into the season, you looked at the running back room and thought this was a team that was going to be consistently able to run the ball?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they have in the past in their minds. They have.
In their minds or in reality?
No, in their minds. Coaches in their minds felt they can do it running back by committee.
Okay, and then they saw that they haven't been able to do that and still haven't made any effort to go out and solve that.
But there's nothing out there to solve.
Everyone keeps saying there's nothing to do, there's nothing that can be done, and then teams do things. I don't understand. Is there things that can be done or not? Like, are the Cowboys not allowed to participate in trades? Are they under some sort of embargo? Like,
but I'm not
what
giving
are we
you.
talking
But
about?
the problem with that is I'm not giving you what I have and I want to keep, and then you're not gonna give me what I need to go. I'm not doing that.
It's just very confusing. I need the identity of the Cowboys. This is what's.
Well, ask Michael. What's the identity?
Are you trying to win right now, or are you building for the future? Are you not willing to give up pieces because those pieces are necessary for the future? Then your team should be assembled the way that it needs to be to contend at this particular moment, which they cannot run the ball, nor can they stop the run.
Here's who I would go get, though. If I'm them and I'm serious, I go get Myles Garrett. That's who I would go get. If they serious. If they really serious,
I don't think they are serious.
I'll go get Myles Garrett.
This statement
I'll go get that Myles Garrett, man.
I just don't see what Myles Garrett, and I love the player, but the one player is going to make a huge difference on that. But if I can get the one player on offense that can help me rack up points, then
but if you're getting Bland back, you already let Gilmore go, and he's having success over in Minnesota.
But you know what you got?
But if you get Bland back, you're gonna get Parsons back, and you add Myles Garrett to that defense. And if your defense is supposed to be the strength of your team, and you don't think that can help you?
No, I think Myles Garrett's a phenomenal player. But the defense is never going to be the strength of this team. Even with the Myles Garrett, the defense isn't going to be good enough to stop people, not with what we've seen so far. Even with Myles Garrett.
But I'm going to take a swing at him. If he's available, because Cleveland ain't going nowhere. Everything should be for sale in Cleveland, any and everything.
Yeah.
Because somebody else, they going to get him. Watch.
It doesn't sound like they're taking any swings at anything.
You watch what I tell you. Y'all gonna look up the Philadelphia Eagles gonna have Myles Garrett. Y'all gonna be like, oh my God. Watch what I tell you. Something like that gonna Washington, something way crazy gonna happen, and y'all gonna be sitting there going, oh my God.
Yeah. But I don't know how Jerry would explain getting Myles Garrett. If he does that, how is he going to explain getting Myles Garrett when he couldn't comfortably fit that under the cap?
Well,
fit Derrick Henry under the cap.
This 6-7 months is gone now.
Right.
The times have changed.
Okay.
We moving things, moving the goalposts around.
I don't see how he can explain that to people. If I'm Jerry, I'm trying to get somebody offensively to help me put points on the board. Because I can't find one person. Out of the last 4 losses, you gave up 40 points. 40 points. One person ain't going to stop that kind of bleed. You need more surgeons than just one.
Well, last week, Troy Aikman called out the Cowboys receivers, saying they ran lazy routes. This morning, Jerry said that the criticism is fair. Mike McCarthy pushed back yesterday, saying that Aikman's comments did not carry any weight. Michael, are you with Jerry or Mike McCarthy on what Troy said?
I'm with Troy on what Troy said because I know how we played the game. Troy, we always came off the ball full speed and right now. And what we're seeing, and even we talked about earlier, with all of this press that CeeDee Lamb and everybody gets, they're just spending all the time at the line of scrimmage trying to fake people out instead of just going. If you're going to spend time at the line of scrimmage doing all of these fakes, you're defeating the play yourself. The object for the DB that stands over you and pressing you is to throw off the timing of the play. If you spend too much time, that's what Troy's saying, the timing of the play. Now Dak is back here holding on to the ball and waiting, and you're not coming out of that cut, you're not coming out of that route, you're not getting off
the
that
line of scrimmage fast.
Right, all of it. So just go right now. And a lot of times you'll find out you can get your position. See, smaller guys, guy like Keith, I'll go. I'm not going to be doing all that faking. I ain't that quick. I'm coming. No, I'm not. I'm telling you right now. But I've studied it in such a way that I understand laws of inertia. Given the same weight and size, I'm the moving object. You're the still object. I'm going to go on set. I'm going to hurt this person if he stands in front of me.
I know we got 3 minutes here real quick. Can we stand up and show? I'm gonna audible this thing real quick. And I hope the director doesn't kill us because we just came up with this off. So
great idea.
Yeah, I just said so. Tell me exactly what you're doing, Michael. So I'm at the quarterback position.
Now he's playing DB. To keep the DB's going to line up right here because he wants me at the snap of the ball to be doing all this here, trying to get off the ball, which kills the timing. I have studied this like no other, especially this. I'm going to play my position right here, right? Troy's over there saying blue 18, blue 18. Sound reverberates. It reverberates out. Blue 18, blue 18. It's going to the center, the guard, the tackle, the tight end, and it's coming way out here to me. It's getting out here to me late. But I'm going to cut that sound travel out. When he says blue 18, set, he's here set over there. I'm going on set because I'm not waiting on Hut to travel to me. Hut. Now I'm not the moving object. When I go on set, I'm coming right here, right through his shoulder. Any moving object hitting the same still object, same way the side of moving still object. I'm 210. If he's 210, I'm not going through 210. I'm going through 105 pounds here, 105 pounds there. One of these shoulders, and I'm going right now, and I'm going to hurt you if you don't get out of the way. That's what he's talking about. Instead of these guys sitting here doing this. And now we even get guys jump back. What the hell are you doing? What are you jumping back for? You gotta go. Troy said go.
You gotta go.
Get in the play.
Michael's right. You gotta go. You gotta just
go. Just go. You go.
Good job, man. My shoulder's hurting and I'm gonna sue you.
And they don't know, But trust me, if you're in a game, though, it would be hurting. It will be hurting. Because the big guys, we're going to go. That extra time kills the play. Mm-hmm. It kills the play. You got to get in the play and get the play going, and that's what he's talking about. And that is a problem.
And like Michael's talking about from a physicality standpoint, Joey, I played 11 years. I probably broke. I feel like I probably broke 3 wrists in my career of the opponent. Because, like Michael said, I'm going. So as soon as I go, the first thing I'm doing is I'm chopping. Bam! When he put his hands on me.
Hard. I'm talking about hard.
I've literally broke probably, I think maybe 3-4 wrists legitimately. They was done. Hard. Extremely hard. Because if I sit there and I'm toying around, the quarterback is now, he's off of me. He's looking. He's like, he over there playing chicken fight. I'm gone.
Right.
But what is the objective of the receiver who is doing this dancing at the line of scrimmage? Why are they doing that?
He doesn't want to get his hand.
He doesn't want to get touched.
He don't want to get touched.
The receiver, they don't want to get touched. Touching is part of it. And the best way to run that route, come off the ball, is to be touched. The closer I am to you, the less time you have to react to me.
I can swipe you by me, all sorts of stuff. Just swipe you right by me, drop my hips.
At the line of scrimmage, doing these moves to try and throw off the defender so that they can get
He's trying to reposition. He's trying to reposition. He'll fake inside, and he wants the DB to jump inside and give him a clear release outside.
Instead of just taking your clear release.
With no physicality.
Right. But let me explain this to people, Kiki. Because if you have help over the top, that's what they're doing. The CD, they have help over the top. The DB isn't worried about a responsibility. His job is only to make you frustrated. So you get mad and you go on the sideline and argue with your quarterback. So I'm serious. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. So you're trying to replace him, and he's saying, I'm not being replaced. I'm just going to jump on you. And that's what happens. That's how that frustration.
Right. And so I agree a little bit with Troy, and I agree a little bit with Mike McCarthy. CD kind of at times get held up with all the toying around. Just go. Just get open, man. You're big enough, fast enough, strong enough. Just go and get open.
But you agree with McCarthy in that the outside noise doesn't.
No, because everybody, some guys are taught to run full speed, run in a certain route. Some guys are taught to run slower because it's combinations and set up things. So it just all depends on what the combination of route running is in the route tree.
But let me help the kids out there and play in this position. Understand, I know everybody tells you all the time.
Want to help everybody.
Make sure you see the ball snap before you go. That's a lie. Get off the ball right now. Try to anticipate the snap. Don't wait on the snap. That's your advantage, is anticipating the snap. I just wanted to give that. The guy that wrote the book don't know what he's talking about. I do. You know what I'm saying? Oh, go ahead.
Well, he's right, though. Michael is...
He's the Hall of Famer.
He is in the Hall of Fame and caught him doing a lot of balls.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.